here's the reason why you have one-off successes, or why you see people have one-off successes and you expect them to replicate the same results, but it's not showing forth. Hi guys, my name is Omotola aka Omoti, and this is your lifestyle channel. You're welcome. On this channel, we talk about a wide range of things, and if you are old here, if you're an OG here, you know that we talk about faith, fashion, family, and mental health, amongst other things. Today, I'm going to be talking about something that I've noticed. It's something I noticed whilst growing up, and it's still something that I still notice up until now. I noticed that sometimes people have one-off victories, and then that's all. And you don't see much, you don't hear much from them afterwards. And for the longest time, I began to wonder why exactly this was going on. And I also noticed that that happened with me at some point in my life. But trust me, it was something that I didn't want. I didn't want to have some old glory or some old successes. I am a success, and I had to continue replicating that. Now, have you ever thought about it? Why is it that somebody makes a lot of sense or gets a fantastic job at a point and they just go flat from there? Or is it something that has happened to you? I hope not. But even if it has, I think I have a solution, or I think I have answers to this. Before I talk about the answers, I remember someone in my church growing up won a lottery. Yes, it was a lottery. He won a car and everyone was so excited. At that point, I thought his life had changed. I thought after winning the car, he would be able to make some business out of it and then probably become very wealthy or something. I don't know. I think I was just disillusioned in my head. But I noticed that months passed by, days passed by, and I didn't see any change, physical change. But remember, I was a child, so there's no way I would have known what was going on, but I didn't see any physical change. I mean, there was a lot of excitement around winning a car. It was a nice car at the time, but that's by the way. Another thing that I realized was during the popular MMM, I hope I'm not stepping on any shoes now, but during the popular MMM, as for many of us that knew it and were involved in it, now MMM is a quick rich money scheme, meaning that if you put in a certain amount of money, you expect to get times 2 or times 3 or whatever times the money was. Now, the reason why these kind of one-off or quick rich schemes are not sustainable is because in life, there are principles for everything. And anything that comes so fast, you need to check in. Why? Because it's not likely to last. So I always say, I remember then it was something that I just knew wasn't going to last. It wasn't sustainable. Yes, you might be able to get some money from God knows where, but would that money last? Well, it's not likely to last. Anyway, that's very controversial, and that's not the purpose of what I'm here to talk about today. The purpose of what I'm here to talk about today is that there is a process for everything. There's a process to get to the top. I quickly remembered Joseph's story, and I remember that as a child when I read the Bible, I found it so unfair. I found it so unfair that his brother sold him into slavery. Everybody was against him, as if that was not enough. His Oga's wife, that's Potiphar's wife, decided that out of all the men in the palace, including her husband, it was Joseph that she wanted to lie with, and that landed him in trouble again. So it seemed like from one trouble to another, Joseph kept moving from one place to another. And that was a true test of his character because he never ever compromised. And thinking about it, if Joseph had it all good, he was his father's favorite. From there, he became king. It's unlikely that he would have done well. Now, think about all the kings in Israel. For those of us that are very familiar with Bible stories, we had lots and lots and lots of kings in the Bible. And these kings, I always wonder when I read someone's story and then they'll be like, oh, in the first 2 years they did well. Afterwards, they followed the ways of their fathers and perished. Another young person will come again, make the same mistake. And it just did not make sense to me. But later on, I realized that it was process. Now, there were only few kings in the Bible that did God proud, and one of the most prominent ones was David. So why did David shine so much? David shined or shone so brightly because just like Joseph, he had undergone a process, and that process was in the place of silence. It was in a secret place. David was far away in the bush, tending to his father's sheep, fighting battles that nobody knew about, building his CV. But anyone that saw him thought he was just a little boy, just a youth that knew nothing. But he was working on his CV underneath. Now, this applies to every aspect of our lives, our physical, emotional, spiritual, every single part that we want to be successful in. We need to put in the work. You need to put in the work. It's not something that you just wake up and then you do a one-off thing and that's all. No, it has to be consistent. It has to be something that we invest time, effort, sweat. It's just like you plant something today and you expect it to grow tomorrow. It's not done. It doesn't happen. But anything that we feed daily, anything that we nurture, be it our emotional health, you nurture it. When you wake up in the morning, you pray, you meditate, you are in charge of your thoughts, you replace negative thoughts with positive thoughts, you write positive affirmations about yourself. Trust me, it's a bank and it's building up. It's building up. It's not just a one-off time that you feel well in yourself. It's going to be something more extended. And that goes just in every other aspect of our lives, even in our spiritual lives, our relationship with God. We keep nurturing it, we keep feeding it, we keep reading the word, we keep praying, we keep fellowshipping with brethren, and we would see results. So there is nothing like anything that happens quickly. Yes, sometimes it looks like things happen quickly for some people, but trust me, if you look deeper, you would see that they've put in the work. The question today is, are you ready to put in the work? Or I should keep quiet. See you later, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.